Hey, what's going on, Dodgers Nation? Doug McCain here. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. The Dodgers are making trades. They are making signings. We have everything you need to know about those. And we're also going to dive into the latest Dansby Swanson rumors. But first, if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel for all latest Dodgers news and rumors all off-season long. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And if you want to see us post even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. And as always, I want your takes down below in the comment section. Today's Dodgers Nation question of the day: is the Dodgers trade for right-handed reliever JP Feyereisen something, nothing, or everything? And then same question for infielder Yonny Hernandez. And then also, call your shot. Where do you think that Dansby Swanson will sign? Let me know down below. And for all latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. So usually Andrew Friedman, when it comes to making these big moves, he sets his alarm clock for January or February, but Friedman has awoken. He's like the Undertaker coming out of the coffin because he is alive. And he did make some moves this week. They weren't big moves, but let's get into them. The first is the Dodgers trading for Tampa Bay Rays right-handed reliever JP Feyereisen. The move was first reported by ESPN's MLB insider Jeff Passan, who tweeted out, right-handed reliever JP Feyereisen is headed to the Los Angeles Dodgers in a trade. Sources tell ESPN heading back to the Tampa Bay Rays is a minor league pitcher. Rays DFA'd Feyereisen to make room for Zach Eflin. An injury is expected to keep Feyereisen out for most of 2023. So yes, this is another Andrew Friedman special. If you're pulling up to the Dodgers fast food restaurant, you're driving through the drive-thru, you see Andrew Friedman at the window. This is combo number 3, an injured pitcher that isn't available immediately that has a side of upside. That is exactly what Feyereisen is, and I think Dodger fans are going to love this signing in due time, possibly as early as next season, because the difference with Feyereisen is he's dealing with a shoulder injury and he could be back in August. He could impact the team in the postseason. He didn't undergo Tommy John surgery, and it's not like he's unavailable for the entire season like we saw with Tommy Kahnle in 2021. And now the first thing you love about this move is the fact that he is under team control until 2026. So they do have time to get him right. If you look at what the Dodgers gave up for him, it was the pitcher Jeff Belch, who definitely wasn't a high prospect. So it is a low-risk, high-reward move. And the first biggest question is, how will he respond to the shoulder surgery? How quickly can he get back to the guy he was? And hopefully he isn't the next Danny Duffy or Cole Hamels, guys that you just heard about. They're really like myths. I basically call Danny Duffy the Loch Ness Monster of the Dodgers. Hopefully he isn't that guy and actually sees the mound in LA, but this definitely has the potential to be a sneaky impact trade for the Dodgers and their bullpen. Think Evan Phillips, only he's going to be on the shelf to start the season, and he's going to miss significant time in 2023, and he might even miss the entire season when you consider the surgery, the recovery, getting that strength back, getting that feel back. They might not want to rush things, but when you consider how much team control he's under, they definitely have time to get him back. And if you take a look at his 2022 season, he was establishing himself as one of the best relievers in all of Major League Baseball. In 24 1/3 innings pitched, he did not allow a run. If you look at his expected ERA, it was at 2.43. He had a 1.67 FIP, a 3.56 expected FIP, and then he goes down with that injury. He underwent successful shoulder surgery in a procedure where they cleaned up his rotator cuff and labrum. And what was really impressive was his improved command and his increase in his strikeout rate. Last season, his strikeout rate jumped from 22.6% to 29.1%, and his walk rate dropped from 14.1% to 5.8%. Opponents hit just 86 against him. He's very effective with that four-seam fastball, and it's not even explosive when it comes to the velocity. It sits anywhere between 92 and 95 miles per hour, but it does have above average spin. You see hitters swinging underneath it. And then you look at his slider, a very dynamic slider, because it really feels like he has two sliders. One where you see that horizontal break, another where you see that dip where it falls off the table at the bottom of the zone. So it gets the vertical break and the horizontal break, and you know how much the Dodgers love slider usage. The four-seam fastball, if you look at it, was -8 in run value last season. So very effective with that four-seamer. And I think he's a guy that has the stuff that's going to play up, especially when you add the tutelage of Mark Pryor and company. So you are going to have to be patient. It is going to be a while before you see Feyereisen on the mound for the Dodgers, but I think this one has the potential to be a big steal. I think he could be an impact arm for the Dodgers for years to come. I love this trade for the Dodgers. You're just going to have to wait. So I know these aren't earth-shattering blockbuster trades, but these trades matter. Winning organizations make the moves on the margins, and this could be another prime example. But the next move we have to talk about is the Dodgers trading for Yonny Hernandez of the Oakland Athletics. It was first reported by the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Dodgers tweet out, the Dodgers acquired infielder Yonny Hernandez from the Oakland Athletics in exchange for cash. So wait, did someone say the Dodgers in cash considerations? Because we know they had success with that last season, trading for Trayce Thompson for the cash considerations. He became one of the feel-good stories of the year, really turned his career around in LA. Will the Dodgers have that same level of success with Yonny Hernandez? I would say probably not. I don't think it's going to happen with Hernandez. If you ask me if this trade is something, nothing, or everything, I think it's closer to being nothing. Yonny Hernandez is pretty much a wish version of Hanser Alberto with some speed. If you look at his big league career so far, he played parts of the last 2 seasons at the big league level with the Rangers and the D-backs, where he slashed 198, 293, 228 with a 51 WRC plus in 194 plate appearances. So his bat was 49% below league average. He's hit 0 home runs, has just 5 extra base hits. He was DFA'd by the A's. He is a utility player, so we know the Dodgers could covet that positional versatility. He definitely has that. And he spent most of 22 playing in AAA. And in 71 games, he slashed 241, 349, 324 with an 11.7 walk rate and an impressively low 15.8 strikeout rate. So his strengths are his low strikeout rate and his above average walk rate. If you look at his on base percentage, it is impressive, and he is a little bit of lightning on the base pass. He stole 13 bases in 15 attempts in 55 major league games. And also, you look at that sprint speed, it's not very high. He ranked in the 36th percentile in sprint speed, so he is a very savvy and scrappy base runner. So that's something else that he hangs his hat on, is his speed. But he's a guy that I don't think is going to do much for the Dodgers. He is a depth piece that most likely will have little to no impact on the Dodgers, but he does have some nice traits. Like I said, the high walk rate, the low strikeout rate, does have some speed, does have some positional versatility, but he hasn't proven that he can hit at the big league level. And a lot of times that is the last rung on the ladder for some of these minor league players. Can you hit at the big league level? And so far the answer is no for Hernandez. And then yesterday we learned that Adam Kolarek has signed a minor league deal with the Dodgers. Old friend Adam Kolarek, the loogie that the Dodgers traded for in 2019. He is Juan Soto's daddy, so it's nice that he gets to live closer to his son in LA. His son, of course, lives in San Diego. He has no options at this point in his career, and when he was with the Dodgers, he was sensational. Posted a .88 ERA, a 3.20 FIP in 30 2/3 innings. He was a specialist, and just hearing about this move really triggers me and makes me think of the nightmare that was the 2019 NLDS. Why didn't you just bring in Adam Kolarek instead of having Kershaw in there? So that definitely hurts, but he really has struggled since leaving LA. He, of course, was traded to the A's. He was included in that Sheldon Noisy deal, but one of the biggest reasons why the 34-year-old lefty hasn't been able to provide very much Kolarek value in recent years is he can't be that specialist. You do have that 3-batter minimum, and if you look at his splits for his career, lefties are slashing 190, 243, 260, while righties are slashing 311, 393, and 480. So that's definitely a problem, and there's not really that much to feel good about when it comes to Kolarek at this point in his career. He's 34 years old, pretty much on the downside. And if you look at his numbers last season, he posted a 4.58 ERA, a 4.70 FIP, a 4.72 expected FIP, and after getting DFA'd in June, he posted a 6.10 .10 ERA in 37 Triple-A games across 41 in the third inning. So really at this point, he's a minor league depth piece. They're most likely going to stash him down in Triple-A. It is unknown at this point if the minor league deal included a non-roster spring training invite. So we'll see if he shows up to spring training and gets an opportunity. But hopefully just being back with the Dodgers, they can help him figure some things out. And if one of the Dodgers lefties goes down, maybe he can emerge and provide some help, because we saw what he was able to do when Caleb Ferguson went down earlier in his career. He stepped in and he did a nice job. If you look at the Dodgers lefties out of the pen right now, you have Alex Vesia, you have Justin Brule, you have Victor Gonzalez, you have Caleb Ferguson. So not a crazy amount of depth, and Kolarek is a guy who, if he's right, maybe he could provide some value, but the issue is those splits. So I don't anticipate much. And when it comes to something, nothing, or everything, I do think this is closer to being nothing, but he has shown in the past that he can step up if a guy goes down, and maybe they can fix some things with him and he can start to produce once again. But if I did have a time machine, I would like to go into it and go back to 2019 and have him on the mound in the NLDS. Why, Doc? Why? But I won't get too into the weeds on that. And then we have some updates on some free agency signings. Carlos Rodon is headed to New York. Rodon signed a 6-year, $162 million deal with the Yankees. As I predicted, I said Carlos Rodon would sign with the Yankees. That was my prediction at the beginning of free agency, and he's now headed to the Bronx. And the reason why I felt that way is he's a great fit. They need another starter. They need another lefty power frontline guy. They need to show Aaron Judge that they were seriously committed to winning now, and Rodon is that guy for them. And if you're the Dodgers, Rodon made a lot of sense if they could get him on a shorter term deal. They were never going to go 6 years, 162 on Rodon, and if it works out, that could be a nice contract. You could get value out of that deal, but he has been injured throughout his career. Also, one thing I don't like about Rodon is he starts the year strong. You see him power through those summer months, and then towards the end, he starts to fade and his velocity starts to dip. Over the last 2 seasons, the last few months of the season, that velocity has gone down. And if you're this Dodger team looking to add another starter to help you get over the hump in October in the postseason, you don't want a guy whose arm starts to fade down the stretch, because we saw what happened in 2021 with Max Scherzer in the dead arm. The Dodgers don't need another dead arm situation out there. And I think Rodon on a 3-year deal would have made a lot of sense, maybe even a 4-year deal. I could have talked myself into it, but not a 6-year deal. And then, of course, there is Dansby Swanson. Dansby Swanson, the best available shortstop on the market. And now the Red Sox are in hot pursuit. John Heyman tweet out, Red Sox appear to be seriously considering star free agent Dansby Swanson now, would allow them to keep Story at second base. Swanson's in very good shape. Cubs, Dodgers, Braves, among others interested. So let's break out that Dodgers rumor meter. And for this rumor, I'm definitely giving it serious smoke. I think the Swanson signing could be announced any day now. He's already let the market fall to where he's in great shape, as John Heyman said. As I said a few days ago, the fact that these guys are getting the money, they're getting the years. When you entered this free agency, you thought maybe Swanson gets a 6-year deal. I think he could easily get 7 or 8, maybe even 9 years now when you look at how this market has unfolded. And Swanson is a guy that can help a lot of teams out there. He solidifies your shortstop position. He has only been an above average bat for a full season once in his career, so I do have some doubt about his ability to be an above average bat for the duration of that contract. But Swanson definitely is an elite defender, and a lot of teams need that at that premium position, especially when you consider the ban on the shift. So I don't think the Dodgers are putting all their eggs in the Dansby Swanson basket. I think if they can get him on a deal where it's a 5, 6, 7-year deal, maybe they consider it, but I don't see them getting into a bidding war with very aggressive teams like the Red Sox or Cubs. I think if teams really want Dansby Swanson, I think the Dodgers are going to break the bank for him when it comes to the money and the years. So I would be surprised if they signed Swanson. I wouldn't be shocked, but I would be just a little bit surprised. I had him going to the Cubs. That was my prediction for Swanson at the beginning of free agency, but I think the Red Sox are feeling a lot of pressure from their fan base, especially losing out on Xander Bogaerts, but we'll see. I'm sure that he'll have a signing announced at some point, maybe over the weekend, but we'll see. I mean, sometimes these things are a little drawn out, but let me know down below in the comment section, is the Dodgers trade for JP Feyereisen something, nothing, or everything? Same question goes for the trade for Yonny Hernandez and the minor league signing of Adam Kolarek. and call your shot. Where do you think that Dansby Swanson is going to sign? Let me know down below. My name is Doug McCain. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. For all latest Dodgers news and rumors all offseason long, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see us post even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.